Welcome back, guys. Welcome to this channel. In today's video we're going to be making a simple dress for a plus size person. So simply pay an attention so that you understand what we're doing. Although this particular gown is stressless, you don't stress making it because it's a simple gown. It doesn't have a dart and it doesn't have a zipper at the back. It's just a free simple dress. So guys, subscribe to this channel, like it, share it, comment on it, and also press the notification bell so that anytime I upload newer videos, you guys will be the first to be notified. So let's quickly dive into our pattern drafting. So we're going to have a starting line here. Here is our starting line. And then we'll start imputing our vertical and horizontal measurements for this particular tutorial. So my bust point is 12.5 inches, and I'm going to add half inch also so that it will be used on top of this particular place for joining my shoulder to the shoulder of my fabric together with my lining. So having gotten my bust point, my under the bust is 16 inches, and I'm adding half inch, making it 17 inches. Also, my second half length, which is the biggest part of my tummy for this tutorial, is 26 inches, adding my half inch also. So the shoulder to the hip is 30 inches, and I'm adding half inch also. So the full length of this particular dress is going to be 44 inches, or if you want it shorter, it depends on what you want to work with. But for me, for this particular tutorial, I'm going to be doing 44 inches. Then I'll add 1.5 inch for the hemming allowance. So let me extend my line, or rather my lines. So we're going to be extending some pieces of paper here so that we'll get our required length. So like I said, this is a free dress, a dartless dress, a dress without a dart and a zipper. So now our shoulder for this particular tutorial is 18 inches, and our shoulder is divided by 2, meaning that 18 inches divided by 2 is going to give us 9 inches. So we're going to come down here by 1 inch. And remember, because this is a dartless gown and it's very simple, it's just a free gown, that you could have, enough allowance on for its freeness. The shoulder I'm going to be using here, go down to my description box below, you understand what I'm doing. For each of my tutorials, I'll be using each of the derivations or each of the you know, or one of the ways I used to get my armhole. I'm going to just pick one particular uh, you know way out of those four ways I give on getting the armhole of a plus size person. I'm just going to be working with each of them at different times. So that is what I'll be doing for this particular tutorial, because this gown is a free gown. What I'll do to get my armhole here, because it's a free gown, free dress, is dividing my bust by 4 and placing the entire thing here. So whatever I'm removing from the shoulder will still be a part of, you know, or will still be from the entire measurement I got from dividing my bust by 4. So I just want you guys to pay attention so that you understand what I mean. But please kindly go to my description box below and watch how I calculated, or how I said I used them to work on my different fabric, different dressmaking for a plus size person. So for my armhole, I'm going to divide my bust by 4. My bust is 49 inches divided by 4. I'm going to have 12.25, and here is it. And now I'm going to come down from my shoulder by 1 inch. That is the shoulder slope I want to work with for this particular tutorial. So, and I'm going to blend it. So this is it, and here is our chest line for this tutorial. Bust point and chest line. First half length, second half length, and then our hip line, hip of our gown or dress. So I'm just going to go ahead and confirm my 9 inches, so that we'll have a straight line on our armhole. So, and this is it. So we're going to confirm what we have here. What we have here is 11.25, meaning that 1 inch has gone out of our armhole. The entire armhole, or the entire measurement I placed here, is our bust divided by 4, which is 49 inches divided by 4, which gave us 12.25. So out of the 12.25, minus 1 inch, and it will leave us with 11.25. So I'm going to divide that 11.25 into 2, so that we'll have our midpoint. So 11.25 divided by 2 gives us 5.625. 5.625. So we're going to extend our line. So I'm just going to, so in this case, since it's a free gown or a free dress, you can come in by half an inch. You can also just work with, the back armhole also. It will be fine. So, but for the sake of the tutorial, let me just go in by half inch. You can also work with your back armhole for front and back. You can use your back armhole for the front and the back. As having the same thing for your front and the back. This is a free dress. So my bust divided by 4, 49 inches divided by 4 is 12.25. My under the bust, which is my first round waist, 43 inches divided by 4 is 10.75. And then the biggest part of my tummy, which is my second half length, or my second round waist, is 49 inches, meaning that the bust and the second half length has the same measurement. So I'll be placing 12.2 inches here. And then the hip is 51 inches. 51 inches divided by 4 gives us 12.75, which is here. So the same thing I have here, I'm just going to extend it to the end. But before then, let me just, mark our lines here. So these are our main measurements we've placed. So, but because this is going to be a free gown, we are going to add some allowances for ease, on this particular gown. Now, I am doing this, I'm placing my measurements here because it's going to be a little stylish. We want to make it to be a little stylish free dress. I hope you guys understand what I mean. It's not going to be too bogus like a boo-boo. It's not going to be like a boo-boo. So it will have it to be a little shaped. So what I will be adding for ease for this particular tutorial is 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect my lines. So now we're going to add our seam allowance of 1 inch. That's the only thing we need for this particular tutorial. Seam allowance of 1 inch is okay. So this is what we'll have here. So for our back neckline, or for our neck width, I'm going to be working with 3.5. So for this particular tutorial, because it's not going to have a zipper at the back and it's a free gown, you try as much as possible to make the neck a little wider. So for me, I'm going to be working with 3.5 or 4 inches, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be working by 3.5. So you can, if you don't want a wider neck, you can go with 3 inches, but make sure that whatever you have down here at the length should be a little bigger. Like you can't do 3 and 3, so you work with it in a way your head, the head of the client will enter the clothes. So for me, I'm going to be working with 3.5 inches, so that by the time we join our fabric to our lining, or we join our fabric with our lining, we're going to have 4 inches wideness at the end of the day. So I'm just going to leave it at 3.5, or better still, you can do 4 inches and then by the time you join your fabric with your lining, you are arriving at 4.5. So for me, I'm going to leave it at 3.5. Then here, down the length, down the vertical point of this dress, it depends on you what kind of neck you would like to make. If you like, you can do a round neck, a V neck, whatever neck is okay, but just try to come down a bit in a way that um, the head of the client will enter the dress you're making. So for me, I've taken 3.5 inches of wideness, that's for the width, and here I'm going to take down 6 inches, or better still 6.5. So it depends on how open your client wants their neck. So I'm just going to extend my 3.5 here so that I'll have a straight line. So I'm going to be working with 6.5, which is here. So I'm just going to make my curve depending on what kind of neck you want. If you're working with a V-neck, you just draw a line straight ahead. If you're making a U-neck, you just curve it in here and you have your U-neck. If you want a square neck just like this, just leave it, just cut it this way. So whichever style of neck you want, it's okay. If you're working with a V neck, just come here towards the end part here and just extend your line. So that is it. So your neckline depends on you. So for the back, I'm going to have 1 inch of length at the back of my dress. So it depends on you. You can also come down by 2-3 inches. So it all depends on you what kind of back you want, back neckline you want to work with. So now I added half inch. By the time we join our dress to our fabric, all this half inch will augment. This first half inch is going to come up here. Why this one will augment for this? Why this half inch I added here will augment? So continuously, that is what it's going to do. Or better still, if you don't add this half inch, what I would have done was come up here by half inch so that we'll use it to join our fabric. But there won't be any need for that now because I already add my half inch to the measurement I have here. So this is it for our free dartless and zipless gown. So I'm just going to be cutting on the back neckline. So for this particular dress, the shoulder can also be the same. It doesn't matter because it's a free dress. This is how I work with them. So it's not a hard gown to make. So I'm just going to cut on this back armhole. So this is it for our free dartless and zipless gown. So easy and simple. So what I'll be doing here now is to use this particular pieces I cut out, extend it here to get my full length required for this particular tutorial. You know how we do it. We don't like wastage on this channel, so we manage whatever we have, we manage it well. So we're going to extend to our pattern so that we'll get the required measurement or the required length we need for this particular dress. So I'm going to make sure I have a straight line here so that I don't make a mess of my pattern. I'm just going to cut through it. Okay. So we're going to drag it down and confirm where our length for our dress is going to be. So for this particular tutorial, the length of our dress is going to be 44 inches. So like I told us, I'm going to add 1.5 inches for hemming it. So I'm just going to fold in and then make sure all my horizontal measurements aligns with each other. So like I said, whatever I have on my hip line, I also place it here. I have 12.25 plus 1.5 inch of ease plus 1 inch. So I'm just going to extend my lines here. So this is our free or simple dress. Yes, this is what we have. So there won't be any zip on this and there won't be any darts on it. So the front and the back are just the same. So you can go ahead and place it on your fabric. Just cut out your back for this particular pattern, and then when you're through with the back, you just come back and just take away the neck and the armhole of the front, and that is it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, press the notification bell, share it, like it, and also comment on it. Whatever you don't understand, please feel free to go to the comment section below and ask your questions, and I will make sure I answer all your questions. So thank you for watching. Bye.